We here, man. Strategic thinking media platform, urban artificial intelligence. Man, listen. I already know what's gonna happen with this episode. People gonna call me a Kendrick hater. I'm prepared for it, but we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this. It's so many things, and I'm just going. This gonna be another 30-minute joint. Um, don't got a lot of time, but I gotta talk about this. I have to speak on this. When I say to people, this is not over. Kendrick versus Drake, the lyrical battle, the exchanging of songs, that may be over. The overall, this is like when you throw a rock into water, right? Once the rock is in the water, it's gonna cause waves and ripple effects. That's what we're seeing now. If it wasn't for Kendrick and Drake, this wouldn't be coming up. All right, this wouldn't be coming up. I'm not a Kendrick hater. Before I get into it, I'm gonna say that I'm not a Kendrick hater. But let's be real. He apologized. We gonna watch the clip in a minute. And Charlemagne the guy, he's doing some great work. That new show that Charlemagne has, um, I forgot what it's called, where he interviewing people. This been his second one. I think the first one was LL Cool J. That was fire. I actually wanted to do some content on some things in that interview with LL Cool J versus Jay-Z, him talking about leaving Kanye and Jay-Z out of the Def Jam Mount Rushmore. He said some kind of controversial things there, but the main thing that he said during that interview that was unique to me is the story of him, and I'm gonna get to Kendrick and Big Sean in a minute, but the story about LL Cool J and Jay-Z battling in the parking lot of a club, that was like hip hop folklore. Nobody had ever spoken about that that I had seen. I had heard that conversation for years and years, decades, really. As long as LL Cool J was one of the first rappers that I ever heard. Mama Said Knock You Out was one of the first rap videos that I had ever seen. So ever since my first introduction into hip hop, um, I've heard about tension between him and Jay-Z. Neither of them spoke on it, and LL Cool J, to people my age, he wasn't really looked at as like a beefing type rapper. Now he was, because he beefed with Cannabis, he beefed with, I think, Grandmaster, or some I don't want to say it the wrong names, but I think it might have been Grandmaster Flash. I'm not sure. But he's had his share of beefs early in hip hop. So for Charlemagne to bring that up and the song Lounging to be about Jay-Z, that people have said that for years. It was no evidence of it. Nobody else had asked him about it. So I gotta salute to Charlemagne for that. And from what LL said in the interview, this song was about Jay-Z. Kinda. The part about the Lexus or whatever was about Jay-Z. Him and Jay-Z did have a rap battle outside of a club, which, like I say, that was a story in hip-hop that people had alluded to for years. And I didn't know if it was true or not. I felt like it was some truth to it because I had read it a whole lot of places and I had seen other people talk about it. But Charlemagne asking him about that was dope. That was a fire interview. But this interview with Big Sean, I didn't know that Charlemagne was really gonna get into the Kendrick stuff with him like this. I didn't, y'all. I thought this was going to be more about his album, which I got to salute to Charlemagne. He did ask him about his album. Big Sean got a new album coming out. He's dropping singles. He just dropped one the other day. I think it's called Own Up, about his son. He's making a lot of music about his son, which is great. That's a beautiful thing. Don't want the whole album to be about that, but I like when artists get into their parent bag. Becoming a parent changes your life. So to expect rappers to not talk about it is kind of crazy. But he's making it sound good, or he's definitely making it sound good. But it's gonna be some bars in there too. And I'm gonna say this, man. Um, Ken, Kendrick Lamar, bro, are you gonna diss Big Sean on your album? That's what I'm wondering. Cause this could start back up, y'all. And we gonna get to the interviews in a minute. We're gonna get to the Charlemagne questions in a minute. But this could start another situation. It could. Let's just be real. This could start another situation. Charlemagne bringing up the element, which I would have to look it up, but I haven't heard nobody else ask him in depth about that. I've seen him go live before, and people in the live, regular people like me and you, regular fans, asked him about the element verse, and he kind of just blew it off. But for somebody like Charlemagne to be sitting in front of him and being like, hey, what you think about the element verse? Because he said his name, he said Big Sean, he said French Montana, he said a couple of people. But Big Sean's response was that Kendrick apologized. He texted him and said, I'm sorry, I went too far. He apologized. Are you the boogeyman or not, Kendrick? I'm just asking. Are you the boogeyman or not? Besides Drake, who have you boogied? Because you apologized to Big Sean. Are you going to, now we know you apologized. Are you going to diss him on your album after apologizing? Let us know. Or no, you don't got to let nobody know. You don't owe nobody no explanation. Kendrick Lamar, legendary MC, incredible rapper. But if you diss Big Sean after apologizing to him, bro, that's going to be kind of crazy. That's going to be kind of crazy. So Kendrick Lamar, me personally, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm just speaking for Urban Artificial Intelligence, this strategic thinking media platform. I don't want to hear no boogeyman stuff no more. And I definitely don't want to hear no Big Sean disses on the album. Don't diss Big Sean no more. Because you apologize. Bro. And I know a lot of Kendrick fans don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear this. But he apologized. Hey, we remember, I don't have time to find it. I should have found it before I started the show. We remember after the Control verse dropped, he kind of backpedaled then too. He was asked about it in an interview. He kind of backpedaled a little bit. Kendrick, are you the boogeyman or not? What did the AI Tupac say in Taylor Made? If you the boogeyman, you say you the boogeyman, go and do what you do. Don't apologize. You say you the boogeyman, go and do what you do. Boogie niggas. Anybody, boogie niggas. If you're the boogeyman, don't diss people and apologize. All right, so let's get into that. And I'm gonna be quiet. I don't want them to blick me. Let me find the specific part. Here we go. This is about 5 minutes, so I'm not gonna say nothing in case I get some type of copyright situation. Come on, Charlemagne, fuck with the kid. Don't hit me with a copyright thing. I mean, you can if you want to, but because this is your content, and this is a great. Hey, y'all go watch this on Charlemagne channel. Before I play this, go watch it on Charlemagne channel. Give him the views. This is a great interview, man. It's a great interview. He walked a fine line between asking about the Kendrick Lamar beef and talking about the upcoming things that Big Sean has going. His album, it sounds like it's done. It's coming very soon. He's continuing to drop singles. It was a nice moment too in this interview, and I'm gonna speak on how good this interview was before I play this. It was an interview. He damn near made Big Sean cry. because he asked him some stuff about his mom and his family and some things that he had to reflect back on starting his career. And Charlemagne is known to ask people those type of questions. You can say what you want about Charlemagne when it comes to asking questions and interviewing people. He is one of the best, man. These interviews here that we're seeing, this joint, the LL Cool J joint, I know he got some other stuff ready for 2025. He's trying to get to number one on that Complex list. Make no mistake about it. He's trying to become number one. I'm not saying he's just thinking about Complex list. You know, it's just, you know, it's controlling all his moves, everything he does. He's like, oh, I got to be number one on Complex list. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Complex list, and I might make some more content about that, it's motivating people. People like Charlemagne, Joe Budden, DJ Academics, they don't like seeing people in front of them, regardless of what they say. They don't like seeing people in front of them. So that Complex list is going to lead to a whole lot of good content, man. So we just about to get into this. It's about 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Big Sean showing Charlemagne the evidence, the text message of the boogeyman apologizing about the leaked Element verse. All right. And I fucks with Kendrick, man. I do, but he apologized.
So then Nipsey dies. And I sit on a plane next to Punch. Random as hell. We're headed to J. Cole's festival. And he's like, you ever talk to Kendrick? And I'm like, no, I never. I know it ain't shit there. But no, we never really spoke. Then around that time, like that day, or maybe the day before that, or the week or day within that same time period, that leaked shit happened. It was a leaked verse. And it said what you said.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all motherfuckers said it wasn't shit and it was something. So you got me looking crazy.
But maybe he prepared something just like the same way you was thinking. He was like, you know, let me get my nukes just in case too.
Right. But the thing is, that song came out and he changed that bar, right? So that wasn't on the song anymore. It was a leaked verse. So I had to.
So that, to me, and I'm gonna keep it going. To me personally, that's basically apologizing. If I make a song, right, dissing you, and the leaked verse come out, or the leaked version comes out, and later when I drop the album, the words are changed to not offend you. I don't even talk about you. I'm not standing on business, really. I'm kind of tucking my tail. Let's be real, y'all. I know he's the boogeyman. But if he made that verse, then for whatever reason decided not to release it, he not boogieing. Why not just boogie?
To keep that in mind, because I was pissed when I heard it. So then I'm like, okay, he changed that on his own. So he probably came to the conclusion that it was nothing. So then then me and him talk. And I got the text on my phone. And he's like, I might pull the text out and
Let's
read
hear it. Why not?
Oh, I ain't even got somebody else got my phone.
Somebody grab Sean's phone.
I essentially.
No need to misquote him.
Yeah, I ain't trying to misquote shit. Because I don't give a fuck that much to misquote a nigga.
And how long ago was this? You said right after Nip died.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can read my stuff, too.
You want me to read it?
No.
Okay,
I don't think we should read it, because I think that's kind of like bitch made, but I want you to kind of like see the sentiment of it. Hold on. So this is me, and then this is him. What up, champ? You know, yes, we're in great grievance.
That's real.
Wrongly. So, in a sense, I don't want to say it. He apologized, in a sense, for going that far, you know, and for that shit coming out, right? Yeah. So I wanted to show you that.
Charlemagne just agreed with it. Now, they didn't read the text. You know what I'm saying? He said that he didn't want them to read the text. They didn't read the text. He didn't want to put his business out there like that, but he apologized. He essentially explained himself.
Because, in a sense, he apologized, right?
Yeah.
So, if Kendrick apologized for that same leak that I heard prematurely, right, that he didn't use, it's like, then it leaks fully later, right? And people hear it, and we already discussed it. And he said, appreciate the shout out on a Nipsey song.
Mm-hmm.
I already addressed it on the song with Nip.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of communication or wrong information for people fueled by the ego is like mixing flames with diesel.
That's what he said to you in the...
No, that's what I said on a song with Nipsey.
Oh, I know, but
Deep
in the
Reverence.
text, it sounded like he's kind of said the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I said it in the song, because in that text he said, yo, you know, my ego, da-da-da.
Yeah,
so it's like, when that shit leaks, it's like, people are like, oh, you heard what he said about you? I'm like, nigga, I'm not a clout chasing ass nigga, bro. I'm solid and I stand on mine, and I'm not about to do something because everyone thinks a certain thing. Like, we already talked about it. I already got an apology for it.
And your shirt right now says, I do not care about their opinions.
Yeah.
So why would you care about the opinions of other people if you know what it is between you and Dot?
Exactly. And that's what it's been. You know, I ain't really had too much communication with him since then.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but I just want to I represent a lot of people from my city, from where I come from, fans of mine who think I didn't stand on my shit. And that's not the case. That's what I want to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't being a bitch nigga or like tucking my tail or nothing like that. And if it was real smoke, if it was really something to stand on, I would be full front. I would be there front and center for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be prepared.
You know? Okay, so let me stop that right there. Okay, y'all got to understand something. And I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar did this intentionally, right? But this is, in my opinion, this is why it helps that Kendrick Lamar does not do interviews. Because if somebody would have asked him about that, he would have had to admit that he apologized to Big Sean. I'm not saying that he don't do interviews specifically so he can do stuff and not have to explain it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, and I spoke about this with the Drake beef. When you don't do interviews and when you don't talk, your fans and the general public create an image for you. They create narratives for you. You don't have to defend them. You don't have to create them yourself. The whole boogeyman thing, Kendrick Lamar didn't call himself that. He said it on Not Like Us. He did not call himself that until the fans started calling him that. I didn't hear him call himself that. He could have. Maybe he did and I missed it. I don't know. But he didn't refer to himself as the boogeyman until the internet started doing it. And again, I'm not saying that I believe that Kendrick Lamar is a personal, private person. I truly believe that. I think that's his actual personality. You know what I'm saying? But that does help him in the whole rap beef thing. Again, if he was to do an interview, you see how Drake sit down with people and talk about his beef. He sat down with people and talked about Meek Mill beef. He sat down with people and talked about the Pusha T beef. He's going to sit down with somebody and talk about the Kendrick beef when that time comes. Big Sean, we see him sitting down with Charlamagne talking about the Element verse. He's talked about the Control verse where Kendrick said all that stuff. He's talked about that before. Kendrick does not. Kendrick has not. When he did, he kind of backpedaled. He said, oh, it's just rap. It's just rap. It's not nothing serious. It's just rap. Okay, cool. But again, if he did interviews more frequently, people would ask him that. People would be like, hey, what's the Element? What's that leaked Element verse about? He's not, maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't have. I don't know. I don't know him personally. I don't know what he would have said, but it's text evidence that we just seen Big Sean show Charlamagne, right? It's digital evidence that he apologized to Big Sean. So him doing an interview would have probably put him in a situation to say, I apologize to him after that. Would he be looked at as the boogeyman if he said that, y'all? Be real. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. So again, not to say that he doesn't go on interviews. I don't think he's doing this strategically or he's doing this on purpose. I really think he's a private person. I really think he really only does certain interviews. I really think that's his personality. But the way that he does interviews and his image in the public eye is not like Drake's, it's not like Big Sean's. They're in the public eye way more than Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick can kind of do things, and I'm not gonna say not be held accountable for it, but he's worked his way, and let me use that word, worked his way. He's worked hard and he's made great music, so he can do interviews when he wants to do. I'm not saying that he has to do interviews. That's not what I'm saying. He don't need to start doing interviews. You Kendrick Lamar, you a rap legend, you can do interviews whenever you want. But because of the fact that he doesn't do them often, it leaves the internet to create narratives for him, which is a problem that I had during the Drake beef. Because a lot of people were saying things, they were creating this image for him. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not. And people want to make something that is not. So
let me go
that's
back
something that I
bit.
never really got a chance of mine who think I didn't stand on my shit. And that's not the case. That's what I want to clarify. I wasn't being a bitch nigga or like tucking my tail or nothing like that. And if it was real smoke, if it was really something to stand on, I would be full front. I would be there front and center for it. And I would be prepared. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. And people want to make something that is not. So that's something that I never really got a chance to clarify. And, you know, to me, it's better to be about business and to be authentic. And like, if there's literally not a problem there, then I'm not about to feed into no narrative that isn't true, that I know isn't true.
Do you feel like the Drake and Kendrick situation, beef, whatever you want to call it, stepped on your return? Because you dropped Precision.
Yeah.
And then like that dropped like a week later, and it feel like it just drowned.
No, it dropped the same day.
It was the same day?
Yeah, it dropped the same day.
No, but you did drop a freestyle a week before though. Am I tripping?
I dropped it like 2 days before.
Yeah,
freestyle.
And it feel like it drowned. It feel like it drowned, like that just drowned that out.
It did drown it out, bro. Yeah. It was like, but you got to think about it. If it's like Metro Boomin and Future, and then Kendrick addressing J. Cole and Drake on first person shooter, you're kind of involving a whole kind of like, it's a whole thing. It's like a whole, you know, as opposed to me, I hadn't even dropped music in years, bro. And I'm just like a return. So.
All right. Another clip that we gonna get to real quick. Cause listen, I'm not gonna be long-winded about this because this is not over. I'm pretty sure Kendrick Lamar might feel some type of way about Big Sean saying this in an interview. If it's the truth, which I'm sure it is, I think if that wasn't the truth, when he showed Charlemagne the text, let's look at that part again. When he showed Charlemagne the text, right? If that text wasn't apologetic, Charlemagne would have said something. If this was like a younger interviewer or a less seasoned media personality, he might have got that shit off. He's not gonna get that off with Charlemagne. If that wasn't a blatant apology, Charlemagne would have said something.
You said right after Nip died.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, you can read my stuff too.
You want me to read it?
No. Okay, I don't think we should read it because I think that's kind of like bitch made, but I want you to kind of like see
confirm
the sentiment of it. Hold on. So this is me, and then this is him. What up, champ? You know, yes, we're in great grievance.
That's real.
Wrongly. So in a sense, I don't want to say it. He apologized in a sense for going that far, you know, and for that shit coming out, right?
Yeah. Okay, if that wasn't the case, Charlemagne would have stopped right there and been like, nah, he ain't apologized. Now, Charlemagne wouldn't have read it because Big Sean asked him not to, but he would have given us some type of inclination on what really the case was. But he did. He said, he apologized.
So I wanted to show you that because, in a sense, he apologized, right?
Yeah.
So if
there you go, right there.
Kendrick apologized for that same leak that I heard prematurely, right? That he didn't use. It's like then it leaks fully later, right? And people hear it, and we already discussed it. And he said, appreciate the shout out on a Nipsey song. I already addressed it on the song with Nip. lack of communication or wrong information for people fueled by the ego is like mixing flames with diesel.
That's what he said to you in the...
No, that's what I said on a song with Nipsey.
Oh, I know, but
Deep
in the
Rivers.
text, it sounded like he's kind of said the same thing.
Yeah, that's why I said it in the song, because in that text he said, yo, you know, my ego, da-da-da.
Yeah,
so it's like...
Okay, so do y'all understand what happened right there? Kendrick basically said his ego is what made him call Big Sean name on Element. Big Sean replied to that in his song with Nipsey, where he agreed basically with Kendrick Lamar. Now we didn't know that. We didn't know it. Maybe some of us did. And listen, when it comes to Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, and Big Sean, whenever they say bars where it sounds like they're talking specifically to somebody, we all kind of fit, especially now, we're all going to assume, okay, they could be talking about any of the other three. That's just the climate that we're in right now. But there was no way for us to know for sure that he was talking about the situation with Kendrick Lamar, because Kendrick don't do interviews and nobody knew that he apologized to Big Sean except Big Sean. We know now, we know years later now, because Big Sean is telling us. But we didn't know that before. So we was just thinking, and it kind of sounded like it was about some situation, but we couldn't be for sure. We couldn't be for sure. That's what I'm saying. It sounded like it was a specific situation that he was talking about, but we couldn't be for sure. Couldn't be for sure. And that's cool. But the point that I'm making is we would never be for sure, because why? Kendrick don't talk. He don't do interviews. He don't post on social media. I'm not saying he needs to do these things. He knows about making money in his career far more than I do. He's the rapper. I don't have no tips to give nobody like Kendrick Lamar. Trust me. I have no advice for Kendrick Lamar. He's doing great. He's doing fine. The point that I'm making is, in the visuals, you know what I'm saying? Him not doing interviews and him being really quiet and reclusive, it helps him. It creates a more menacing figure than he actually is. Is that his fault? No. Do I think he's doing it on purpose? Probably not. He's not going to stop doing it, or he probably understands that it's helping his image, but I don't think he's doing it on purpose. But it's a conversation that we need to have, because we had these conversations about J. Cole, right? When he apologized, but he apologized in front of the stage on everybody. And let me ask y'all that. What's the difference between J. Cole apologizing and Kendrick Lamar apologizing? Nobody's going to give Kendrick Lamar that same heat, even though he essentially did the same thing. J. Cole released a song calling people names, then he apologized. He caught hell for that. Kendrick Lamar made a song calling out people names, and then he apologized. Nobody's going to care. Watch. He's still going to be the boogeyman. Somebody got to talk about it. Somebody's got to talk about it. Nobody is going to point out how that was basically the same thing that J. Cole did. The only difference was J. Cole done it on camera in front of thousands of people. And of course, if I do something in front of one person with a phone, it's going to turn into potentially millions of people, because of the way social media is. If you record something on your phone, everybody's going to see it. They did the same thing, y'all. Is Kendrick going to get that same energy that J. Cole got? Of course not. Of course not. Why is the question? Why not? Does J. Cole not deserve the grace that y'all are about to give Kendrick Lamar? And by y'all, I just mean people in general. I don't mean the specific people who are watching this. I just mean people in general. Because it sounds like the same thing to me. It sounds like the same thing to me. Kendrick went in the booth. He said what he said. He said what he had to say. And if you know, it's Big Sean. I'm sure Big Sean, French Montana, Jay Electronica, everybody whose name he said on that record, they heard it before it leaked. I'm pretty sure they heard it before it leaked. They heard it before it leaked. Now we heard it on the back end. We heard it years later. We heard it a couple years later. But the point is, and by the time we heard it, Kendrick had already apologized. So there was no beef. So that was Big Sean's issue. See, by the time we heard it, we was expecting Big Sean to say something back, but it was already squashed because he had already heard it. He already heard it. And he didn't want, and I'm guessing whenever he just showed Charlemagne, he showed Charlemagne the text from Kendrick. He showed Charlemagne, Big Sean showed Charlemagne his response. Whatever Big Sean response was, he responded cordially to Kendrick, like, I bet it's cool, we good. So why would he go at Kendrick Lamar after they've already squashed the beef? They just did it behind closed doors. And I can't put too much on Kendrick Lamar because he did change the verse. He did change the verse. He did change the verse. And I'm going to say that was a leak. Hopefully not by nobody in his camp. Hopefully not by him. But this is a strategic thinking media platform, and that would be a good strategic move. I diss you, I leak it, make it seem like somebody else leaked it, and then when the album dropped, I put a whole nother verse that's not dissing you. So now I got my shit off, but me and you still cool because the real version, I'm not dissing you. So I got my stuff off, then I apologized, and now that then the real version comes out, and it's all good. So it make it look like I said something about you and you ain't say nothing back. Is the boogeyman thing an illusion? Trey Carter, salute, bro. What's up, man? What's up with you? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to be here too much longer, Trey Carter, but let me know what's untrue. Let me know what's untrue. I got the dates mixed up. What dates are mixed up? Is the timeline mixed up? Okay, Element Disc came out in 2019. Okay. Damn came out in 2017. Okay, what does that mean though? How does that change what I said? Okay, I see what you're saying. So the disc came out. Okay, so the official Element came out in 2017. Then the disc came out in 2019. Okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. The point that I'm making is Big Sean, whoever he dissed, they heard it first. The disc came out after. Okay, cool. That really don't change the point of what I'm saying. But yes, I did get that wrong. The disc, okay, so the disc came out after. The Heart Part 4 was the OG disc. I'm not familiar with the Heart Part 4. So the text was him. The text when he was texting Charlamagne, they was talking about the Heart Part 4. Is that what you're saying? So the Heart Part 4 is still out, but does he say Big Sean name in the Heart Part 4? Okay, bro, but he apologized for one of them. That's the point. My point is that he dissed him and apologized. That's the point. Okay, so and he don't say Big Sean name in the Heart Part 4. So let me see. Now I gotta listen to the Heart Part 4. He okay, so he apologized for the leak of the element. Or is it the Heart Part 4? Right. So so I got the timelines mixed up, but the songs that I'm saying I'm correct about, I gotta listen to the Heart Part 4. Cause I don't remember. I'm sure I've heard it before. I don't remember how it went. But they probably resolved the issue after that. Okay, and that's cool too. That's cool too. Okay, I see what you're saying. So, okay. So you saying he basically dissed him twice. Okay, so you saying he dissed him in the Heart Part 4 and in the Element League. I didn't know he dissed him in the Heart Part 4. I gotta listen to that again. And good, I'm learning something too. I didn't know about. Okay. So from what I'm hearing from you, it sounds like even though he didn't say his name in the Heart Part 4, it was an obvious diss. I'm gonna listen to that. All right, I'm gonna have to listen to it now. What album is the Heart Part 4 on, bro? Is it Untitled? It's the second beat on. Okay. All right, I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna listen to that, man. And I'm gonna see. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what we got there, but appreciate the information, Trey Carter. But the point that I was making is, let me read back a little bit. Okay, bet. Yeah. I think it's all coming together now. You may have gave me some more content, bro. Right. And but I see what you mean. It is kind of confusing, but I kind of see what you mean. The Heart is not on his albums. I'm just not realizing that because I've listened to all of them before, but I'm just now noticing they're not on the album. And Oh, stop it. Now, that's a song I'm very familiar with. Big Shot is not about Big Sean, dog. Stop. The record with Travis Scott. I love that song. Bro, don't stop it, bro. That's not about Big Sean, dog. Stop. Is it really? It sound like you yo, stop, bro. Yeah. I gotta go listen to that now. Damn, that's a fire song, bro. I know that song very well, man. Where he's saying emotional, 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 emotional. Yeah, I thought that was Drake. But I don't know. It could be. Yo, Trey Carter, you may have gave me a part two of this, bruh. He said it was about it. All right, man. We gonna see. Man. Man. Hold on, bro. See, I ain't even mean for this to go this long, dog. But you kind of cooking, Trey Carter. You cooking a little bit, so I might have to. I'm gonna run this till 45 minutes. I just want to see, and nah, that's a fact. They definitely. It seems like they resolved it. You feel me? It seems like they resolved it. It seems like they resolved it. All right, it's not on here, but okay, nah, that's a fact. They and look, I feel like they really don't have a real reason to not like each other. You know what I'm saying? But Sean making it seem like that was ducking, so I don't know. This may spark. That's what I said earlier, Trey Carr. Look, that's what I said. I don't know if Kendrick Lamar album is done. If it had a Big Sean diss on it or not, I don't know. I'm not sure. If he puts one on there after this, after the Charlemagne interview, I wouldn't be surprised. Trey Carter, bro, it ruined Sean's career. Come on, bro. Don't go that far, bro. Okay, that's true. But I think he, I don't know, bro. Look, you don't give him no. I mean, Control was Big Sean's song. You don't give him no points for clearing it and letting it be. Like, I feel like if he was that offended by it, he wouldn't have let it be on his album. They do. That's a fact. But listen, I feel this album, this Big Sean album, could change. Yeah. Nah, he was cool about it. He was cool about it, man. Most artists wouldn't even have cleared that, bro. Most artists wouldn't even clear that. But I see what you're saying. The fans turned it up a notch. I would be hot. Now, I feel you, man. Most artists would, bro. Most artists wouldn't clear that. Like, nigga, you said my name, you talking shit about me, like, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna see, man. This is gonna be, I'm not gonna say this album is gonna make or break Big Sean, but this is gonna change. This has the power to change the perception of Big Sean. Like you said, whose music has recently is great. That's true. He has been asked about Kendrick a lot lately. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's taking away Sean his features. Yes, yes. Bro, we gotta wait till the album come out. We gotta wait till the album come out. They have. That Precision song, it's that's on that 3-6 Mafia beat. That song was hard. That song was hard. And they talked about how what's this the Metro Boomin and Future joint like that overshadowed the Precision record, which is true. It is taken away from the music, and Charlamagne alluded to that too. But that's a fact. But I think that the interview with Charlamagne, he's gonna do more interviews. He's gonna have a little press run. He's gonna have other videos. We gonna see, man. He has a chance to redeem himself with this album. Do you not think so, Trey Carter? I think that this album could put him back where he needs to be. He needs to stop playing the middleman, to be honest. Just either ignore it if it's no beef or jump out and diss. I agree with that too. And I think the clips that he played was kind of on the line. They was kind of on the line. He was dissing, and then he gonna say something about pissing on your Mount Rushmore. Like, bro, you're clearly talking about Kendrick. Who else is on the Mount Rushmore? We never heard Dot speak on him ever. To an extent, that's correct. That's correct to an extent. He definitely needs to either go all in or just ignore it completely. Right. That's who gonna get the majority of the diss. He gonna be dissing Kanye all over this joint. And when he talk about the Mount Rushmore, he could be talking about Kanye too. But I feel like he was talking about the big three, man. Or the assumed big three. But so you saying he can diss Kendrick but say he talking about Kanye? Is that what you're saying? Like he can Kazia. Is that what you're saying? He can diss Kendrick but say that he's talking about Kanye? Yeah, that's a fact. And yeah, because everybody know that he's beefing with Kanye. Everybody, and Kanye did him wrong too. So ain't nobody gonna look at him no way about dissing Kanye. That's a fact. He don't need to do that though, in my opinion. He could get away with it. And that's a fact. He could get away with it. I think, like you said, man, he need to go straight at Kendrick. And like we said before, this could lead to something else sparking up. In my opinion, Big Sean is not gonna let Kendrick diss him again. If Kendrick disses Big Sean again, it's on. You heard him say in the interview that he was ready. You don't know about what? You don't know about what now? Okay, yeah, bro. I'm okay. I'm gonna say this, and I'm a dip. That's a fact. Kendrick Lamar does, but bro, Kendrick Lamar had a more visible target in Drake than Big Sean. Big Sean is a different type. Big Sean is a different type of artist than Drake, bro. He could. That's what I'm saying. Yes, bro, that's a fact. But Kendrick and Big Sean are more alike. Drake has had so many battles. Drake's weaknesses are out there. Kendrick Lamar studied the battles that Drake has had in the past. He can't do that with Big Sean. He's gonna kind of be walking into uncharted territory. He knew what to say about Drake already. Drake life is like an open book, bro. You know everything Drake do wrong. We know all the inconsistencies with Drake, all the things people make fun of him about. And it has, bro. It has. It's been brewing for a while, man. And it's gonna get lit, bro. It's definitely gonna get lit, man. It's gonna get lit. Let me look this up real quick. Nah, he is. He is, but I mean, and now he already took a shot at that. That's why he was like, "You more famous for who you date than who you." No, bro, he can't son him in all areas, bro. He can't. It's not even enough to know about Big Sean. We know he dated celebrity, and what else? I mean, it's not like Drake, bro. How you rhyme? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that'll be enough though to win, but that's definitely an angle that he could come at. A lot of people say that Big Sean is boring. A lot of people, man, I don't know if that's gonna win, bro. I don't know if awards is gonna win. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I think we'll have to see. These are numbers classics awards. These are angles. They definitely angles. They definitely angles he could take. Before I bounce, Trey Carter, where in the heart part 4? I just want to see. Is this it? I'll big pun your punk ass, you little scared bitch. Oh, Kendrick pays homage to deceased lyricist Big Pun while possibly taking shots at either Drake or Big Sean. Wow. All right. Okay. It is either Drake or Big Sean. I thought Drake when I heard this, bro. I see this is the second verse. Hard part first, second verse. This is the second verse. I thought Drake when I heard this. I did not think Big Sean, but probably so. Everyone said Big Sean back then, and I can see that now. I can see that now. Your whole little shit, Lil. Yeah, he is saying Lil a lot. Crush your whole little shit. I'll big pun your ass. You were scared a little bit. Yeah, he does say Lil a lot in contrast to Big. That could be true. I've been wanting Dot to beef with both. I want Big Sean and Kendrick Lamar to go at it now, and I think Big Sean he waited until the whole Drake thing was over. I think he waited till the whole Drake thing is over. He gonna drop soon. He gonna drop soon. Now he wasn't ducking, but I mean, I didn't know he had apologized. I want Lupe and Kendrick. Nah, that would be crazy too. Nah, that would be nice. That would be nice, man. That would be not. Nah, that would be crazy. But yeah, bro. Salute to you, Trey Carter, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. But you may have gave me some content for a part 4. Cause depending on how this go, I don't know, man. They may be lining up for another one, man. Lupe would probably win, and Dot is the GOAT to me. Bro, that would be crazy. Which it might happen, man. Again, salute to you, Trey Carter, man. Appreciate you, big dog. You seem very knowledgeable. Anytime I'm talking about Kendrick, bro, hop in because I know Kendrick albums. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of his singles, but the more under the radar stuff, I'm not too familiar with, man. You seem like you're real familiar with that, man. But probably gonna be a part 2 coming soon, man. Have a good one too, bro. Anybody on a replay in the chat, hop in. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. Kendrick Lamar versus Big Sean. Will we see it this year? We gonna find out when the album drops, man. Salute to you, man. Crazy lore, bro. It's crazy. This been going back for years, bro. That's a fact, man. I love talking about this shit, man. Salute to you, bro. Strategic Thinking Media Platform, man. Urban AI. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for rocking with me. When these two artists release their albums, you know, it's going to be up again. In my opinion, it's going to be up again, man. Good conversation we just had. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.